This shit's fire.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pin the Gas podcast. We're coming out from a high of episode 10 with Mr. Max Flinders, and now we're finally at double digits, kicking it off at episode 11 with myself, Mr. Cool Jules, as always, Andy, and Delix, Ro, and Chris, the show Simcoe. I almost called Andy. I almost called Andy the show because you guys are together. So you know what it is. You know what it is that the universe is lucky that only 2 of the PTG members got to link up, because if all 3 of us linked up, it was over. It's over for
it'd be done.
World. So we were at God damn it. where were we at? Because I was watching Formula One and then it just threw me off. Misano. Misano. We were in Italy. Round 14. Gentlemen, the season is almost over.
I know.
Dovi is gone. Dovi is gone, bro.
We said goodbye to Dovi today. Very sad, huh?
He had a great career. I mean, I always liked Dovi and respected him. I didn't like him there at the end. I shouldn't say I didn't like him. I disagreed with his decision to quit right now. I mean, you got to finish the season, man. Come on.
The sabbatical really killed him. The sabbatical that he took really killed him, and the comeback was tough. And
but I
don't think he was expecting that.
No, he did, and he also gave us a lot of emotions, especially with the battles with Marquez over the years.
Yeah, like if you watched Undaunted, like that
was great.
Whoever's listening, if you guys haven't watched, go on the Red Bull app or the Red Bull website and watch Undaunted. It is free. You can stream it. It's a great backstory to what Dovizioso's career was like at his prime, and his battles with Marc Marquez and
Ducati
and the battles within his garage.
The battles within his garage. Yeah. And I've said it numerous times here, guys, that I entered motorsports, or I entered MotoGP in an era where we're starting anew. Like, all these older guys are getting flushed out. You know, it's only a matter of time where, we won't see Zarco anymore. We won't see Mark anymore. And Mark is not even old. Yeah, and we won't see Aleix anymore. Like I feel like I entered a new chapter of MotoGP. So props to Dovi. That was a great race that he ran in Misano, wasn't it?
It was good, but it helped by the fact that a lot of people wrecked out. I mean, that's facts, true. Right? You just want to read facts. Facts of it is.
That is also true. It was a lot of heartbreaking wrecks in this one. Yes. Oh man, when Zarco, oh my god, when Zarco and Jack Miller.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Oh,
Paul crashed again. Bezzecchi crashed.
No one cares about Paul.
Digi, Franco.
Bezzecchi. Oh, man. Bezzecchi.
That broke my heart. I was like, no.
Oh, come on, Bezzy. God fucking damn it, yo. Like,
man.
It was such like a tight-knit rate. Like no one was really able to pull away, and then all these wrecks started happening. And I know a couple of them wrecked around like the same turn. I forgot to write it down in my notes, but I noticed it. I wonder what was going on track. Like, why everyone was having like trouble with grip.
Tires. Everybody was having issues with tires and grip. Probably most likely due to weather, and they just couldn't get it on the track.
Yeah, everybody went with the hard front, medium rear too.
Yeah.
And they had the same issues too.
And the track temperature is also 47 degrees, which was super hot. So. I'm sure that had a lot to play with it.
Yeah, I mean, would you have opted in for a hard front, medium rear? I mean,
that's what everybody.
That's why mostly all the riders picked that medium, hard.
No, they all went with hard front, medium rear.
Hard front, medium rear.
Everybody on the grid.
I think the Suzuki went with hard, medium.
Oh, that was what was his name?
The only rider was the rider that stepped in for Mir and Suzuki.
Yeah,
he went with the medium.
The Japanese dude.
The Japanese.
Forgot his name.
Watanabe.
Watanabe. Yeah.
Yes, Watanabe.
So I wanted him to do sort of well,
shine.
like girl off day. Yeah, I wanted to shine, but we didn't really get that. But you know who did shine in Suzuki was Rins. I mean, for the first quarter of the race, literally every lap record Rins, and then everybody else started.
Why did he just drop back?
I know. I think it goes to what Chris was saying about the grip. I think everyone was just losing grip, and especially with someone like Rins here, who he's not really a type of guy to succeed through the adversity. Once he feels something is a little off, there goes his whole race.
Yeah. Just like Lorenzo.
Just like Lorenzo. Like, everything has to be perfect and on point. Yeah. He's not one of those racers that can just overcome little. I don't know if it's like little, but like a little bit of adversity. If one thing is off, the whole race is off for him.
That's it.
And that's what upsets me.
Well, it's like the same. It's like in racing, it's like this. You come into turn one, little wide or a little bit too fast, and your exit will be all messed up. And coming into turn 3, you're gonna be way off. So it's the same way.
It is.
So. It is. I mean, he was actually my choice for the rider of the weekend until he started falling back.
He did good there for a little while. He did really well
for a little bit.
Did you see Pecco's helmet? It was designed after Dennis Rodman's haircut.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I was like, yo, shout out to D-Rod, man. Shout out to D-Rod, my man, Dennis Rodman. I don't know if you guys know a lot about Dennis Rodman. No.
Yeah,
I know about Dennis Rodman. I got a comment about that because Simon Crafar mentioned something about him on there, which is kind of a negative report. And I mean, Dennis Rodman was a very crazy basketball player during those eras, and he had some domestic violence offenses or issues with his marriage and things like that. The teams hated him. Nobody wanted him.
Right.
Bulls ended up signing him. I mean, Jules, you know more about basketball than me.
Yeah,
okay? But Simon Crafar went ahead and just mentioned some things about him, and I was just like, what's that got to do with anything? Why you gotta be so negative?
So if it was about so Dennis Rodman for the Chicago Bulls was a part of the second three-peat when the Bulls went and got I think from 96 to or not 95 to 98 NBA champions, right? Back to back. Dennis Rodman was a pivotal point.
Man, that was little.
Yeah. Dennis Rodman was very pivotal of that title run because his hustle, his defense, his determination, and he wasn't even the biggest guy on the court, but he played like the biggest guy on the court. So what
his defense, I say why they wanted him.
Yeah. Exactly. So low-key in my head, because they said that Ducati wasn't they apparently that they weren't giving out commands, right? Like they weren't giving out like race strategy. They're just like, yo, just do your thing. So my initial thought was like, oh, with Jack Miller in the front, is Pecco going to play defense like Dennis Rodman and keep everyone back? So I was like, that would have been sick.
That would have been dope.
And then he won. So
and then he won. Yeah, and there it is.
But that's a sick freaking helmet, man. I asked earlier if you guys had a rider of the weekend.
Maverick Vinales.
Yes.
Ooh, yes. Maverick Vinales, because he ran another exceptional race in there. It looked like he was going to get all up in Pecco's ass and actually win.
Oh, but so close.
Yes, and he made a mistake there at the end, which, again, also, Vinales first rode the Aprilia this time last year at Misano.
At the same track.
At the same track. So it was like a bittersweet full circle.
For him.
For him. And now he's been outperforming the Leish.
But wait a minute. He still says that he's not pushing 100%. So I say, when is that going to come?
Next year.
True.
I would probably say next year.
Well, can he do it this year, dude? I want to see Aprilia 1 and 2.
I don't know if he can do it this year. I mean, we don't have a lot of time left for.
Well, if Alex would have got his stuff together, it would have been 1 and 2.
Yes, it would have been.
Oh, what's after Misano? Motegi?
We're going to Aragon next.
Yeah,
Aragon?
And Vinales loves
that's a
this
sick track.
Yes, he does.
You know what, Andy? You might get your wish soon because Aragon's a sick
man.
track for this dude.
That's it.
Like, oh man, I love Aragon, but for like World Superbike because they fight so hard over there. So hopefully we're gonna see a Maverick win. You know how crazy that would be to see a Top Gun win. God damn!
serious?
You know,
Awesome.
do you know the double middle
Mega.
fingers that would be towards factory Yamaha? That Maverick might just like yo.
That's it.
Three different manufacturers, guys.
Be the first one.
Right, but
the
he
first one.
But he didn't have any like legitimate beef with Suzuki though.
No, he didn't.
No, I mean, but you offer him Yamaha C. It's like
Next
asking
to Rossi?
Factory
Yeah, it's like
Yamaha C
in
next to
fact,
Rossi.
Yeah, but that's like asking you, hey, you want to go to Honda?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to go to Honda. Everybody wants to go to Yamaha. They're the number 2 manufacturers. Well, they were. Now,
Yeah.
now I don't know what's going on, but
Yeah, at the time, I don't think Honda is really that much of a threat for like the next 2-3 years probably.
I don't either.
I mean, funny you guys bring that up because we were mentioning it in our little group chat that I think Repsol or I think Honda in general should just scrap the project that they have and rebuild because I feel like for years they've been building on a Marquez archetype bike that only he can ride, and with Marquez, as much as I hate to admit it, is slowly stepping out the door. You're gonna have to
On his way out.
Yeah, on his way out. You're gonna have to build a different blueprint for this bike. Like I'd say
Absolutely.
start
Yes.
that shit straight from stock, and then have legitimate test riders come in. I'm really big on the legitimate test rider part.
Me too, Jules. I mean, you can't.
They making progress. They let go of Takeo. Okay.
Yep.
That's possibility that came from Mark or not. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I posted this morning a little post that Honda's actually going to start using the Kalex swing arm. That comes from the Moto 2.
Yep.
And it has helped, apparently, I believe, Aprilia or some other manufacturer, and they're going to attempt it with Honda, and that they might help. They're trying. They see that they have problems. They're working on things. Let's see which way they go. I don't think they're going to be able to do anything for this year, but next season is a whole new other.
Oh yeah, because
I
now
think
they
they
got
need
Mir.
to not develop it at all around Marquez.
Exactly.
Like listen to a little bit of his input, but not hardly at all because we still don't know how he's going to react with his arm, if he's even going to be as fast. I mean, look, he wasn't as fast when he come back after the first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when he decided to take that surgery, now, it's 30 degrees. He hadn't been on a bike X amount of time. And also psychologically, what happens? Doctors already said if he wrecks and breaks it again,
You're done.
you're done.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gotta
So
play.
all that's going to be
It's
back
gotta
here in
play
the back of his mind. So is he going to be that save crash all the time?
Will he push as hard
Right.
as
And
before?
the bikes are getting faster and more reckless. Like it's,
well, maybe. I mean, the bike's probably gotten just a little bit faster than last season. Maybe a little bit more. I mean, we don't ride them, we don't know. But the guy's been involved in this for a very long time. So is it a drastic change for him? I mean, of course, it's going to be an adjustment, but not a drastic change.
Yeah.
But we're going to see. I mean, he's going to test the bike in Misano. Let's see what happens. We'll go from there. A lot of people are talking that he's never going to win one, and he's never going to get another championship. I think that Mark is pretty determined at this point. I mean, the guy really impressed me at Coda. Starting from way in the back. And I think that he's going to win a couple. He's definitely going to win a couple. And I'm not a Mark fan,
Right.
But he's going to win a couple, and maybe I think he'll take off to management. I've been seeing him doing like a managing role. Maybe that's to develop the bike in his behalf, but he really looks good.
He does.
As a manager.
Yeah, he does.
For a rider. So
I think
don't
he'll
know
win
why
a
not.
race. I don't think he'll win another championship, but I think he'll win some more races.
Yeah, I think he'd make a great riding coach. It's just that he's gonna have to remember that that whoever he takes under his wing is not him. So
That's right.
like you can't be throwing your body and your shoulder all the way out there and helmet dragging at the very last point of the apex and just grip and brake like he has to remember that riders nowadays are malleable. Like they adjust to a certain style. Marquez only has one style. He's never changed. He's always been Marquez. Also differentiates him and Rossi.
I don't know about you guys, but I honestly think these new riders are robots, man.
They are, man.
For real.
They don't get. They fall. They get up like nothing happened. They have surgery, and next day they're ready to
come back.
A la Martin. Martin's one of those freaking guys. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, speaking about Martin real quick, you know, I always said I thought, you know, he would get the Ducati seat, but I'm going to have to retract my statement.
He got lost this weekend.
Bastianini definitely deserves the seat. He's proved it. He showed it. He is faster, hands down, than Martin.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations to the Beast. And like I've said it before on private chats we've had, he's going to beat Pecco next year on this factory bike. Watch what I say. Pecco better watch out.
Dude.
And this last race just proved it.
Yeah. But I wanted to see an Enea and Martin battle also, and that never happened. And obviously, I was dreaming about that. But obviously, the Pecco and Enea is going to be the one that we're going to win.
Which is why I think next season is going to be insane, because with all the developmental, with the changing of bikes for Bastianini, with the surplus, I don't know surplus, but with the adding of parts coming from factory being added onto the Prima Pramac Ducati, so arguably Martin's bike, I think Martin's gonna get all the upgrades. There's gonna be a chip on his shoulder, and there's gonna be a target on Bastianini's back. Believe me,
of course.
It's gonna be a dogfight.
I can't wait.
Hey man, I was really hoping that this race right here, Jorge Martin was going to beat him. I thought he was going to get up in his ass, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean for a little bit, it was nose to nose.
I would have made the pass, Jules. I would have made the pass.
Yeah.
Forget those team orders, even if there wasn't any of it was.
Do you believe that there were no team orders? I think that's complete BS, because I feel like Ducati is a control freak.
There's a lot of chat on the internet that there was team orders and that you could obviously see it, and I could have obviously made that pass. I would have made that pass. Orders or no orders.
Yeah, and even Chabati come out and said that the pass that Enea was going to put on Pecco would be a little bit too harsh. And I was thinking, well, you just said there was no team orders, so how is that too harsh, right? So that just goes to show that really there is team orders. Hey, on TV, there is no team orders, but to the side, there's a team order.
There's team orders.
There's
definitely team orders. You know who would make that pass though, and I feel like I should bring it up every episode till it becomes a meme. You know who would make that pass?
Here we go.
Top Rack
Rascaliolu would have made that pass. Because he doesn't give a fuck. Do you listen? Do you? I didn't get to mention him last episode, but do you?
Yeah.
So do you hear the things that this man says though? He's like, oh, you know, I don't complain like Redding, like. Yo, he's a savage. And man definitely could have done. I don't know. I think they're protecting Pecco just a little bit too much. A little bit of babysitting going on.
They are.
But I mean, hey, he's hot commodity.
Because that and Bastianini's done fired shots at Pecco. I just hope that it don't go to the Lorenzo Rossi wall in the garage. But honestly, I don't think Ducati would take it that far. But I just think it'd be a lot of negative energy, just like it is at KTM with Raul and Remy. I mean,
yeah, you got two dudes in Moto 2 that were trying to kill each other, and then you put them in one team.
Two Italians.
Yeah. It's like taking Top Rack and Scott Redding and putting them in one team. Like they would freaking hate each other.
They would.
But
it'd be a great battle though on track.
It would, especially because Scott is doing well now.
I see it as kind of a negative too, because I think it would mentally break down one of the riders with that much pressure on it, and it would greatly show on the track.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Not to mention the potential crashes.
And I foresee that with Ducati and Jorge Martin in the Bastianini battle, right? I mean, if you think about all the pressure it was on them, hey, I sat you and Andy down, Jules, and say, look, you want this factory red? y'all battle out for the next 5 races, winner take all.
Right.
You look at each other and be like, I got you, punk bitch. Right?
Yeah, I'm going for it.
So now it's this animosity plus this extra pressure.
Yeah, I agree.
Bastionini handled it better.
Yeah, he did.
I think
Which is
handled it
why
better.
he got the seat.
the
And
maturity.
Pico's a smooth guy. Like when I met him, he doesn't say much. He's thank you. You know, he's very soft talker and stuff.
Nah,
you
there's
can tell he's a smooth operator.
There's a dog underneath his skin.
Gotta ride like that too.
Believe me,
There is.
there's definitely a dog underneath Pecco's skin.
When that helmet's on, it is.
Yeah, that whole like, yeah, you know, he's my best friend. We're all good. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't believe you for one goddamn second. That dude's a savage.
No.
The,
Savage.
and which is again why I love MotoGPs, because like, you know, they all seem so nice, but once that helmet comes on, it's a dogfight. I wish it was better in GP than it was in like World Superbike, but you know, for some odd reason everyone's trying to respect each other in MotoGP, and I'm like, just kill each other, goddammit.
That's it.
And I'm gonna play fantasy, probably like, let's say 2 years down the line, right? In the fantasy world, let's say Pecco still has that seat, Bastianini still has that seat. Let's say Martin isn't getting it done on Prima Pramac Ducati, and he wants to move. Where do you think Jorge Martin would suit well?
Aprilia.
So he's instantly going to take either Mavericks or Alicia Spargo's. Hypothetically, in a fantasy world.
Espargaro. Because Espargaro is one of the oldest ones in the group now.
Yeah, he's on.
Right?
Let's
he's on his way out.
Yeah, let's think he's on his way out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So you're playing it as
I would
longevity.
Take,
Mm-hmm.
Right. Or also,
I was gonna say Monster Yamaha.
Pretty well would be Aaron Canet.
For Aprilia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think Aprilia's developmental has gotten so much better. Like, holy shit, they're amazing, and right underneath our noses too. I actually was gonna say like Martin to factory Yamaha, yo, like over Morbidelli. Shit, that'd be interesting as hell.
To me, Martin don't have a butter smooth style that I think would gel well with the Yamaha.
Right.
Okay, I think he would better suit either the Aprilia or the even the Honda once they fix it, or the definitely the KTM. It's just the way he's just aggressive. He's an aggressive rider.
I don't see Jorge Martin as like a superstar rider that the top manufacturers are wanting. He just has a issue managing races, and he'll do great in a couple. Maybe he'll have one or two where he'll do great due to confidence and things like that. But at the end, he won't be able to achieve the championship role. And it's very difficult. Very difficult to get that.
So with that being said, because Martin had a spectacular rookie year, right?
He did. He did.
Is he a little overrated?
I don't think he's overrated.
Dude, you're asking questions, man, that you're going to put us out there on the online.
I don't think he's overrated. I think that the added pressure, because I'm sure there's always talks with his management team and the factory Ducati throughout even his rookie year. Hey, man, keep it up. If you do good, this seat could be yours. Mm-hmm. And as the year went on, he still did good, right? But then once he finally found out, after he had that knee injury, the knee injury he had that he come back from?
He had
his wrist.
On his wrist.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that terrible
once
crash.
You come from
the crash,
now that he found that the dream could really be real, now the added pressure was on. I just think that natural talent, no, I think he still got it. Is he all there to put it together as a well-rounded rider? He's not there, and honestly, I don't know if he ever will be.
Guys, but also at the same time with that, Jules, listen, it's got to be extremely hard to have that. They always say no pressure. I have no pressure. Pressure this, pressure that. They can probably make diamonds, okay, with the amount of pressure that they have.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's got to be difficult to try to keep it all together and blend it all together to come to an end and get to the championship position. You know, it's got to be super hard.
Plus, I think it has to do with self-belief, right? Plus with this race, right? His self-esteem's down because he lost the factory ride.
Yeah.
So mentally, he's like, man, maybe I'm not good enough.
Actually, if you catch during the race, there's a little spot that you catch him looking at the screen because they were just reporting about the Ineos situation. And as soon as they pan to him,
that
face
says
switched.
it all.
Yeah, he switched, and he was like, started talking to his technical guy as like nothing was going on, and he was like, "How you doing?" And then went back to the conversation. But something's going on with him. Something bothered him, and obviously getting not getting that back, we see is. So,
I think at that point, with all the trials and tribulations against him, I think that's where the championship mentality comes to play. Like, are you just going to be a good rider, or are you going to be a championship worthy rider? So I hope, and we've seen glimpses of it, that I think he has a potential to be a championship winning rider. He's in his second year. He just has a couple things to tweak. He's still new to the game, but when you look at Bastianini, dude, like, he's in his second year as well, right? And he's already taken it by storm. Look at Fabio, his second year. He's already taken it by storm. So
it all comes down to how much training, how much you put into it.
Yeah.
What you know, you got to work hard. You know, so it all depends on to that. Maybe he hasn't worked as hard.
Word, he better.
But Jules, where do you see him?
Where do I see him? I mean,
like the fantasy world.
Yeah, I mean, I see him in a factory seat. I don't know if it would be Ducati. Like what Chris said, I would love to see him in Aprilia. I mean, shoot.
But in 5 years, we don't know if Aprilia is going to keep it together. We don't know if Yamaha is going to be the top or Honda's going to come do a comeback. I mean, everybody's working extremely hard to make a change and stay in. I mean, a lot of Honda guys are going to KTM. KTM is working super hard. Yamaha's trying to keep it together with the one rider that they got, the one superstar.
In 5 years, probably I could see him in a factory KTM seat. In 5 years, especially with how good KTM developmental is, and I believe that Aprilia is also has longevity because their developmental is insane too. But KTM is just a little, it's just a little tweak right now. But if you look at their whole like general scope of development of their talent of the quality of their rides, and how well that they have done within a short amount of time, 5 years from now, I think they're going to be top dog.
And they have Jack.
Yeah.
Next season,
and they have
Jack.
Yep, develop the bike.
So what are they going to bring new for the new season? Are they going to develop the bike on the off season? Are they going to test new stuff? Are they going to switch frames? Are they going to switch tires? I mean, we saw Yamaha switching colors of wheels to this first heat. I mean, they're using that chrome black wheel. I mean, there's a lot of things going on.
Different swing arm and stuff like that, like all that stuff. I mean, like I said, I like Pit Byrer. I think
exciting times.
I think KTM. I think KTM has some things. They're just throwing a whole bunch of shit against the wall and seeing if it sticks. But probably by
I like it.
I
like it.
Probably by next year, by next season, they'll have a lot of their They'll have like a lot of their details ironing out. I can definitely see another KTM podium at LaSalle. I
do too, Jules.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I really like KTM. I just think that their one default, and I've said it many times, is they need to quit throwing so many pieces at the bike all the time. Mm-hmm. Right, and quit changing people all the time. Look at Remy. He's the Moto2 world champion. I don't see how they let him go.
Yeah.
How's that happen, right? Anyway, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. There's something other going on in the inside.
I think, and also KTM's got a lot bigger budget than Aprilia does because of the Red Bull backing. Mm-hmm. But they've come so far in as little time as they've been in MotoGP. They've done better than Aprilia where they are now.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Trying many years.
So, I see KTM being MotoGP world champions in the near future 100%.
Especially when other brands like Repsol Honda and Yamaha, Monster Yamaha, they're kind of like hanging by. Well, the thread is already cut for Repsol Honda, but I feel like Monster Yamaha is hanging by a thread. And their only thread is Fabio Quartararo.
As long as they keep him,
if that guy goes down, that whole team goes down. So they're
Burns to the
praying,
ground.
they're praying and begging on his longevity, because God forbid, knock on wood right now, God forbid he gets badly injured next year, it's over for those guys.
And it could happen.
Yeah.
It could happen at the
Very
end of this
easily.
season.
It-
I mean, look at Pico. Pico racked up like what, 20,
Yeah.
30 points or something.
He's catching
like
them
that
quick.
over the last.
I mean, just
Quick.
look at Mark Marquez. Look where he's at. So it can happen to him. It happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Marquez isn't Superman, and then now look at the state of Honda. They have nobody. There's nobody to take Honda to the top. So Honda's at the bottom of the dumps right now. KTM is still trying to figure things out. Aprilia is doing wonderful. Ducati, because there's freaking 8 freaking bikes, it's impossible not to do well.
By default.
Yeah, you cannot help but do good.
like you better do well, because if all 8 Ducati bikes are top 7 and under, then there's a problem.
Big problem. Well, let me ask you this, Jules. Who was your rider of the weekend?
Ooh.
Luca Marini.
Yes.
Luca Marini
Yes.
What a race
ran
they
a
have, right, Jules?
Yeah.
phenomenal race.
Phenomenal.
He was, hold on, look at the times here. Luca Marini was 5 seconds off Pecco.
They got him over here.
And the fight to hold. So look at the people he's held back. Fabio at 5th, Alicia Spargo at 6th, Alex Rins 7th, Binder, and then Martin. Those are some heavy fucking hitters that he held back. Marini ran a wonderful race.
I was expecting better position by Binder, and Binder I think was what caused that issue on turn 1. Maybe he got a little wide or something like that, where pushed Sarko, and Sarko created the incident. That was kind of, that first crash at the beginning of the race was like, I was already holding the screen of the TV
I was like, no,
and screaming at it. It's like, no, yeah. So, that set the race off with a bang right away.
Right.
It was an amazing race.
Yeah, hands down. And I can see Binder taking along with Miller taking KTM to the top. It's just there's some little things that are. I feel like there are some things, and I see in the race, that are preventing Binder from really pushing it. Like, there's something about the KTM bike that is stopping him and cutting off a ceiling from him doing well.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, honestly,
I think we both feel the same about why he's gonna go ahead and say it.
I don't think that KTM listens to Brad 100% because they're not trying to follow the Yamaha and the Honda.
They're trying to do their own thing.
Right.
Nothing wrong with
so
that.
they're trying to.
Not at
It's
all.
not. But at the same time, I think that's why they've been throwing as many parts at the bikes as they have. But they need to have consistent riders and not just keep getting rid of them.
Is Jack going to be that dude?
Right. I hope so. Right. I honestly,
I think that's a longevity move.
They could. It is, and that's what they need.
Mm-hmm.
That's what every team needs. At least one rider to be longevity, and then go to be a test rider, or maybe like what we was talking about before, bring up an up-and-comer from Moto2 that can test ride a MotoGP bike,
Mm-hmm.
and if somebody gets injured, they can come in and do a fill-in, and then maybe get a contract next year or whatever.
Right.
But you got to have somebody that's just as fast as them to test the bike.
Because that's exactly what Formula One does. Is that they give people who are coming from Formula 2, or in that case Moto 2, that are way too good for Moto 2 but can't get a seat. So why not give them test riding positions? Why are we letting these old guys test ride the bikes? Like,
look, Cal Crutchlow ain't gonna do nothing.
And we've said this before.
He ain't gonna do nothing.
We've said this before.
I mean,
God forbid Cal Crutchlow subs in for Morbidelli. Oh Lord, have mercy. Ain't going nowhere, bro. And it's important. Like I'd give like that seat to like an Aaron Canet, for example, as a test rider.
Yeah, I see Aaron Canet and
Albolino. These guys. These guys that might not, because the talent pool in Formula One, the talent pool in MotoGP right now is young and it's stacked. So all these guys coming from Moto 2 are being bottlenecked They're being bottlenecked right now. They can't find a
Yeah.
seat because everybody who's on these bikes already are in their 20s. So it's like where are these guys going to go? Give them the test rider positions. Give them seats. Look, give them one person from Moto 2 per team to test those bikes, and then they can be a substitute rider. Like, why is that so hard? Why are we depending on little 4'3" Danny Pedrosa? Like, some say he's a legend in his own right. Some say that he's overrated. I don't know.
I think these riders have more credibility than these younger riders.
Who gives a shit about credibility?
Because I mean, I get your point, but at the same time, these guys work with these kids, okay, and they might be a gap or a disconnection or something going on. I'm not really sure. I would love to do a walk around sometime next season at Coda and actually ask these questions to these guys and see, be a little bit more involved just to find out. That's all.
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly.
But there's something going on that they're probably not doing that. We just have to wait and see.
I mean, it is what it is, man. I think with all the older guys stepping out, I think it's time for if we're gonna have a new roster, we gotta have some new rules. We gotta have some a new way of doing things. We need fresh ways of doing things.
We're about to, Jules. Come next season, we got in from
sprint race
Sunday. No, sprint
races.
I mean, we got
that's gonna
a lot
change the game right
It's going
there.
to change the game a lot. Yeah. Tires, wings, but we have a lot of guys in MotoGP that have been there for a long time.
Yes.
It's time to give the opportunity to the new kids.
Yes, I agree.
You know, it's their era. You know, I'm at the age that I'm in. There's no way that I could do the things that these people are doing.
I could on the video game, but
we can't even survive in the freaking video game, yo.
Yeah, so I mean, it takes talent to ride these machines. They're just and now they all these electronics have all kinds of things to keep them planted to the ground. It makes them even harder. It's time to move on, and we're starting to see that change. And some of us don't like it. I'm not too happy about waking up on Saturdays.
Yeah.
But it's more racing.
That's it.
I mean, I'll definitely be happy about that.
Yeah.
But
It's
changing's going on, and some people don't like it. So
I mean, hey, it's an extra day of racing.
it's for your generation. It's for your generation, Jules. This is for you.
Yeah, it's
Your
for the younger guys.
your generation, your era. Me and Chris were talking about this here just a little while ago. Is your generation starting to come up? It's starting to step it up and move on to keep it up here at that level.
And y'all actually changing things like sprint races in MotoGP, right?
Make it the way that you guys want to.
MotoGP's never had sprint racing.
No.
No.
In the history.
Never.
No.
So
that
this
was
is mega.
world
this is
Superbike
mega
thing.
for the sport. It really is.
It's going to be exciting. It's going to lead to more injuries. It's going to lead to more accidents.
Well, that too, Jules. But I see it also as World Superbike and MotoGP merging even closer together, swapping riders from one to the other, right? Because now they have the same format.
I like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I like that.
So
more wild cards.
I'm looking at the outside, trying to look at the outside.
Yeah.
Why it's happening, which is kind of hard to do, but it just comes to me every once in a while.
I like that.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that there are some MotoGP purists that are like, oh, why are we turning into that? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Again, new era, and I like what you said about, like, you know, there could be a rider switcheroo because we've seen it happen often. I mean, Garrett Gerloff was a guy that broke that mold a couple of years ago. I don't know who else.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
He was doing better times, better laps than Rossi, or matching Rossi's
on
lap.
Rossi's bike.
So, yeah, on Rossi. Oh, damn!
On Rossi's bike.
That's right, Jules. Thank you for reminding me, sir. On Rossi's machine, that's like incredible. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's time.
And I think these sprint races can open up to more wild cards. Like, why not?
Oh yeah.
Like, why not just throw who was the wild card for Ducati, the Aruba guy? Like,
Mikel Piro was involved in that accident in turn one as well. But Mikel Piro also,
where's he from?
he always does a wild card for Ducati. He's an Italian rider. He's always been
he's
test
an
rider for
ambassador with Ducati.
Yeah, he's an ambassador with Ducati. That guy is phenomenal.
I was about to say, like
he's
why
always
not?
Involved.
Why not bring in someone like Axel Bassani or Michael Ruben Rinaldi? Like, that would be freaking nuts.
Well, I mean, it'd be hard from a World Superbike rider to go to a MotoGP machine, which is non-production based, super stiff, super different tires. I'm not saying that they wouldn't do good, but to be where they wanted to be, realistically in their own head, you just got to have time on it.
Does it go to show how good Gerloff is in it? Because God dang,
it does. Gerloff is great. Also, I want to say, like, back in the day, Troy Bayliss did that. He won World Superbike. In 2003, he won the title. And then for the last race of the year in Valencia, when Nicky Hayden won the title, Troy Bayliss got on the Desmo Sedici and beat everybody.
Dusted, yeah. Damn.
Dusted.
That's crazy.
But that's very few in between that's ever done that, right? But back then, MotoGP was just starting over to the four-stroke era, so they were bringing World Superbike spec kind of tires at the same time. So everybody was in a transition period. Now it's completely different. The tires, the bikes.
But also, MotoGP is all about testing. MotoGP is also about progression and developing something. So if they always try new things, and if that consists of bringing a new rider, a new tire, a new thing, a new device, something that looks like a Pokemon,
straight Pokemon,
okay? Then we're gonna test it because that's what's gonna develop the bike. And if it doesn't, then we chuck it and throw it in the garbage, and we can sell it for half the price.
Yes, it's fucking Like might as well revamp everything, right?
I
don't know. I was so hyped when I heard that Axel Bassani was offered the Suzuki temp seat, and I was like, oh,
me too.
And then,
me too.
And then because Sylvain was injured, and then Petrucci was offered the Suzuki seat. I was like, no, I don't want to see him. He was already here. Get somebody else.
He was never going to get it. He was never going to get it. Ducati was not going to let him go ride.
He's like, I'm going to focus on
a conflict for New Jersey.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to focus on Warhorse. I'm like, yeah, right. The motherfuckers knocked at your door and was like, you better not.
You better not take this ride.
I'm so excited for this weekend in New Jersey, gentlemen. Unfortunately, I do have to leave for work, but I just want to say that, man, Jersey is gonna be so lit. Now that we got Flinders is aware of us. I'm pretty sure Flinders' friends is aware of us. Hopefully, someone else in that paddock is aware of us. I mean, Cody Cochran. You guys mentioned. I keep forgetting the other person that they keep mentioning that is aware of us that you wanted to get on the podcast.
We have Cody Yandel. Young Yandel is actually in Italy right now doing a little trip and some racing. He was at a couple of museums.
Never mind,
things like that. That's one kid we need to have on our podcast as well.
Yeah.
But just like what we're doing right now, we got a little link right here between me and Chris. We got another one coming for everybody. Me and Jules are going to link up in New Jersey live. We're going to do something special.
We're going to help get my bike fixed.
Hey, Jules, get ready.
That's it. Hey, when y'all are there, dude, when y'all do live videos, invite me in because I want to be
hell fucking yeah. Yeah, I'm going to bring a backup battery and everything so we can be on Instagram live. Just yo, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? And then hopefully we can post that on YouTube. But anyway, gentlemen, that is our show for the day. Thank you so much for doing this. In the middle of the day, yo, you guys have fun. I know y'all gonna chill, y'all gonna hang out. Chris, I know you got some stuff to do. I gotta go to work. I'm gonna hit the gym after because I'm trying to get fit so that when I go to track, I'm gonna be in great shape. But now, for everyone who's watching, please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. If you hate us, it's okay. Go ahead and put it in the comments down below because any criticism is constructive criticism, and we only want to get better. So until next time, I am Cool Jules. That is Andy and Delix Bro and Chris, the show Simcoe, and they're together, and I'm so jealous. Have a wonderful day. Hope to see you guys soon. Peace out.
Peace.